So next up, we have a local celebrity in the car guy community, Adam Gordon. Now, car guys make me laugh. Woo! Car guys make me laugh because what you've done is make a method of transportation a core part of your personality. And you wouldn't get that with someone who rides the bus, right? Or like even people who travel, you know, they don't like the plane, they like where the plane takes them. Even train guys stop calling themselves train guys because they realize it outed themselves for being autistic. But the one thing we can agree on is that for everyone driving slow in the left lane, capital punishment. Please welcome to the stage, Adam Gordon.
Well, well, well. We're back, and I haven't been kicked off the panel yet, so give a big round of applause to our hosts. Appreciate it. Who was here the last couple times, or one of the last couple times? Show of hands. Okay, who's here for the first time? Okay. This is not part of the set, but you should know. My original set was a lot of sex, drugs, relationships, people that piss me off at work, and weird things my friends who are new parents do. Among the hands up when I asked first time, we have my boss, my coworker, my two best friends who have new children, my girlfriend, and my ex-girlfriend. So, what you are watching is a man losing everything in his life and becoming unemployed very quickly. So, watch closely, I'm only going to do this once. Is anybody here from a fucked up part in Ontario? You know the places like Oshawa. Any Oshawites in here? Barrie. Scarborough. A lot of Scarborough. They say AI is taking jobs away and will soon be replacing people. I think Scarborough is going to be safe. I have never seen ChatGPT steal the catalytic converter off a work truck, so you're probably fine. Anyone from Keswick, my favorite place to roast. It's not all bad in Keswick, honestly. You guys are getting a transit upgrade, I heard, big transit upgrade. It's just a shuttle bus from the bar on Main Street to the abortion clinic back and forth. All right, coworker pissed off, that's one down. Last time we were here, you may remember I used my phone as notes. I don't judge anybody for doing that. I have a terrible memory. But I said I wasn't going to do it again, and I plan to stick with that promise, so I will not be using my phone. Anyway. Now, I've known about this for a while, and when you know you're going to be doing stand-up for a while, you definitely become the most annoying of all your friends. I mean, I was already pretty high up there, but like now I've got it on lock. You're the most annoying person in the group chat. Your friends will be going through something, and you're just trying to crack off one-liners for no reason. They're like trauma dumping in the group chat. They've gone through some like life-altering event. You say some dumb shit like, at least they died doing what they love. Yeah. Or like something super crazy happens, like your buddy's wife smashes his Xbox with a baseball bat. And like, maybe you shouldn't talk about it, maybe not everybody needs to know. And I'm like, how do I make this funny for a room full of people I've never met before? Apparently the story is she was just like standing there with a bat in the living room. I was like, it's me or the Xbox, and you know, chose her. I mean, first of all, put aside all the psychological fucked up shit about that, and the fact that it's very expensive and you probably could have sold that and that's a really crazy move and you're kind of a crazy bitch. That's funny. That's funny. What would have happened if you said the Xbox? I don't know how that works out. Sometimes your friends just hand it to you on a silver platter, like when a friend of yours accidentally sends a video of their sex toy to the group chat. Not in use, for the record. And I know what you're thinking. It's like, oh, we've all seen vibrators and like those crazy woman sex toys and like all the cool gadgets. You'll know I didn't say it was a woman at all. It was actually a buddy of mine, and he sent a video, again, not in use. But it was on. It was active, to say the least. It is like spinning and sucking, and there's lights on it for some reason. This thing is in like Best Buy display mode, okay? It's like the craziest thing I've ever seen. And immediately trying to crack off one liner, I'm like, damn, bro just posted his Glutlock 5000 in the group chat. And he says, I shit you not, word for word, No, but it is the 3,000. It goes up to 9. And then separate message, my favorite part, don't go past 10. What the fuck happens after 10, dude? What did he see on the other side? He's just hit some sex toy heroin. Nothing will ever be the same to him again. He'll be getting the best head of his life, just like... It's not the same. It's very stupid. I've got to watch a lot of friends become new parents, and slowly after that start raising toddlers and infants and the whole process. And I've been trying to find the humor in that, and my favorite thing, I think, is when they start like making up their own language. They're like making up words and phrases, and those get passed to other parents and they become common vernacular, and it's just something that people say that everybody else has no fucking idea what you're talking about. Like my friend says, oh, he had lots of tummy time today. He did 20 minutes of tummy time. He's like very enthusiastic. I'm like, he fucking what? Oh, he laid on his stomach. You could tell me that because I'm not him, and you could tell me what you mean. And then they double down and get all wide-eyed like they're still talking to the kid. They're like, tummy time! Like, dude, you are freaking me the fuck out right now. We are 35 years old. You need to stop that right now. The other one, my favorite one, the word fussy. Fussy is a great word. It's only used to describe a young child or baby that is acting up or that is unhappy in some way, shape, or form. And I think fussy was invented because it's just not that cool to say your kid is being a little bitch right now. And I know that's what it is because I've watched my friend's newborn daughter pick up his empty beer bottle while he wasn't looking and bash him over the head with it. He's like, you fussy little child. You know, when I say it like that out loud, I kind of get it. That's a good word. I understand that. The one that freaks me out the most, put them down. Parents, what do you say when you're putting your kid to sleep or to bed? You're going to put them down. We all know that's fucked up, right? That is super weird. The first time I heard it, I'm texting my buddy, I haven't heard back in a little bit. We were going to hang out. He's like, hey, sorry, man. Had to put my son down. I'm like, what? Dude, I know it's hard and you're tired, but that is a really big overreaction. That's fucked up. You can also tell when a parent's been getting annoyed with the kid. Usually, after the baby has grown into like an infant or a toddler, the honeymoon stage is over, if you will. They find a lot of pleasure in the things that scare or startle their kid. Like maybe too much. Like when a kid falls down, they love it way more than we do. Or they'll be like showing you a picture of the kid with a mall Santa, and the kid is bawling their eyes out, clearly very traumatized on this sign Santa, and they're like, look at his face! He's fucking terrified! It's the best thing they've ever seen in their life. Anyone, be honest, a lot of you have kids. Did you have a baby that had like a permanently sad face? And you know what I'm talking about. Some of my friends have these kids. It's not their fault, but it is really funny. Even when they smile, they look sad. They're like, and they're usually the criers too. Like everything that happens to them is like the worst thing. I mean, to be fair, it is the worst thing that's ever happened to them. Like they'll drop a grape and it's like waterworks, tantrum, worst day of my life. It is the worst day of their life. And their parent has consoled them and is going to get them a new thing of grapes or whatever. I like to lean in and be like, it gets so much worse, dude. That's enough about new parents because they're going to be a little bit upset about that. Psych, you want to hear a fucked up story? Yeah, you do. Okay. So it goes like this. A few years ago, we rent a cottage. This is kind of like a thing we do every year or so, maybe a couple times a year. In the summer, we rent a cottage. A bunch of friends come up. The idea is to enjoy the water, enjoy the place, drink, probably do some drugs, etc., etc., etc. And during this trip, a friend brings a big bag of mushrooms. And the evening comes about, and at this point, my friend, we'll call her Jennifer for the sake of this story. She's had enough liquid courage throughout the day that she feels invincible and starts eating the mushrooms from the bag, just one at a time. And I'm like, hey Jen, that's a lot of mushrooms. you should probably dial it back a bit. And like deadpan, straight in my eyes, shit-eating grin, just continues to eat. I'm like, hey Jen, those are penis envy mushrooms, the whole bag. Now there was 2 reactions in this room when I said that, okay? Yeah. I want you to listen very carefully. Everybody that didn't know was like, oh, haha, funny name, penis. Everybody that does know what I'm talking about went, oh, fuck. And you are correct, oh fuck indeed. It was about 1 hour before Jennifer is completely unconscious in her own room by herself in the dark. Did not see her again for that night. Except one time I went to check on her because that's what friends do. And as I opened the door into this dark room with the Beatles playing on full blast, she is laying face up on the bed, gripping invisible roller coaster harnesses, just on a fucking rocket ship ride to another planet, okay? And I say all this to say, you're like, what does this have to do with parents? Many hours later, that same night, as she became lucid and, knew where she was, who she was, what she was doing, but obviously still, she wanted one thing from my friend, her husband, and that is the night they conceived their first child. And upon finding this out, I'm like, we gotta study this fucking kid. That is the most psychedelically conceived child in history. This is a one-of-one experience. Monitor that boy. I told my friend, I'm like, look, dude, bad news, good news time. Bad news, your son is going to need a helmet. Good news, it's a fucking space helmet, dude. You just raised an astronaut, hell yeah. That kid's first word is gonna be photosynthesis. He's gonna do a 23andMe when he gets older, and he's gonna be like, Mom, what is psilocybin? I'm 50% that. But I know also they can never get mad at that kid for experimenting with drugs because, he kind of is drugs. I don't know. Does anyone else have parents that were, kind of desperate to catch you doing drugs? They tried really hard. In my case, fair dues, it's more that she knew but couldn't prove it at the time, but there was always an effort. I had a party one time, and it was over the weekend. She comes home when the weekend's over. I've already cleaned up, back to normal. She knew I had a party. And she comes up to me very suspiciously. She's like, Adam, there was white powder on the windowsill. Do you know what that is? I'm like, white powder? Mom, nobody's doing drugs on the windowsill. We do our drugs at the kitchen table like adults. That is fucking preposterous. All right, that's enough about my friends. Half of them are here right now, so good luck. Saw something funny in the news the other day. This is a recent addition. I need to read this because this is real. Keep in mind, this is real. The United States Department of War sent a letter to a Toronto sex shop. And the subject of this letter, and this is real because we live in fucking Looney Tunes land, is stop sending butt plugs to Bahrain. That is real life. The United States government demanded a Canadian sex shop stop sending butt plugs to a nation over the ocean. And I guess the United States just wants a monopoly on being up other countries' fucking ass all the time. I kind of get it. Something else that's weirded me out lately, I spend too much time on the internet, so I end up on these rabbit holes. Has anybody seen Britney Spears' social media lately?
Yes!
The clapping is weird, not gonna lie. It's the scariest thing I think I've seen horror movies with less horror in them than Britney Spears' social media activity. And if you haven't seen it, I'm gonna try not to recreate it too much, but every day or every other day, no. She will post a video of her doing generally the same dance. There's a lot of twirling and zombie marionette things with eye contact to the camera the whole time. She did it with knives once. That was very strange. And I remember it's only a few years ago we were doing this free Britney thing. Hot take, I think maybe we should put her back. Maybe. I don't know. It's freaking me out a lot. Now, I'm gonna be honest, the rest of this set is much less fleshed out, so you're gonna have to bear with me. What I did instead of writing jokes was write a bunch of things that I complain about, because I think complaints are valid. Squeaky wheel gets the grease, I think that's the phrase. I think it's a way of pointing at problems, and more importantly than that, shared misery is one of the strongest bonds that we can have with other people. So maybe we can bond over this. Maybe you're gonna think I'm a fucking idiot, it doesn't really matter. But I guess I'm just gonna complain a little bit. Kanye West used to do this, so that's kind of weird. He used to, at the end of his concerts, like put on a beat and just bitch about things going wrong in his life. And I know this is like a weird time to evoke Kanye West, but you know, that's kind of what I'm going at here. Complaint number one, the Jews. No, I'm kidding. That's a joke. The first one that comes to mind is weird rich people shit. And I'm not talking about, luxury things like fancy watches or supercars. I got outed for being an autistic car guy already, but whatever. Or like, nice things that have a purpose, big mansions, stuff like that. I'm talking about things that are just expensive for the sake of being expensive and kind of like, here it is to show off. Like a $250,000 lamp or something. Like, yes, my Saharan giraffe's ass lamp. The lampshade is made purely of giraffe ass. And when you turn on the light, you can smell the Sahara or some shit like that. I don't get it, man. It's not my thing. Another one, crossing guards. Look, if anyone's a crossing guard, I am so sorry. But I don't get it. I know the people that weren't qualified to be Walmart greeters like need a job and stuff, and they should do something. But like an old lady in a high-vis vest with a stop, like, look.
You can run them over.
That's what I'm getting at. I'm 5 beers deep and I'm on my phone. If a pack of kids isn't gonna stop me, neither are you, lady. Now it's just it went from a statistic to a tragedy in an instant. Another one, people that say they have no regrets at all. And I understand that, I get the premise. Yeah, I get the premise. If you go back and you were to change anything, it might, in some butterfly effect way, not make you who you are today, and you like who you are today, you like your circumstance. I get it. But like, nothing? Nothing. Have you ever shit your pants? Do you think shitting your pants was a character development arc that made you who you are today? Like if I could go back and undo one thing, maybe one shat pant, like just take one off the record. We're like a year away from alpha motivational bros being like, you want to get shit done? Shit your fucking pants, okay? That's what made me who I am. Fucking weird, dude. I'm really tired of giving all my info away to buy something in a store. You're at the checkout and it's like, can I get your postal code, your email, your phone number? Lady, I'm buying a box of condoms and a thing of Slim Jims. Are you going to send me a fucking survey and ask what I use them for? Separately, by the way. Not the same. Yeah, whatever. Don't judge me. On the same vein, grocery stores asking for donations at the checkout to fight like world hunger or child poverty or cancer or whatever have you. It's like, do you want to round up and save the children or something? Listen, $1 billion corporation. I'm using a coupon I got from an app to save 70 cents on chip dip. You save the fucking children, okay? I'm trying to save my dinner here. That's all I got. Lastly, this one just says women. I didn't elaborate. No elaboration, that was just it. I got one more story, kind of loosely related to women. Loosely. Back before I was in my current loving relationship, I was on the apps, which frankly could be on the complaints list because fuck all of them, okay? Apps are terrible. If you're single and you're like, I'm gonna strike out on the apps, no, just go meet real people. But in the same vein that I was the most annoying person in all my group chats, I was definitely the most annoying person on Tinder at the same time, because I'm using people's profiles to try and crack off a one-liner at nothing. And I matched with this girl whose name was Heywin. I'm gonna spell that out for you. Heywin. On my life, I matched with this woman named Heywin. And I know what you're thinking, Sounds a lot like heroin. Me too. So I opened with some bullshit line like, parents often name their children after something they love. Which one's the addict? To which she responds, and I quote, "That was very insensitive. You shouldn't say things like that. I lost my dad last year to an overdose." To which I should have apologized profusely, but still trying to be a dumbass. I said, well, at least he died doing what he loved. That's it. Good night, everybody.